Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aparna Sood, and as promised, from today we'll be starting a series on depression. Now, depression is not just loneliness, it is way beyond that. People generally don't understand, and you're labeled as, oh, come on, get some life, go out, make friends, and worst is, have some chocolates or ice creams. I don't get it, because if today I tell somebody that I'm depressed, or you tell your friends you're depressed, these are the kind of statements we get it. This is how the world behaves when you tell them you're depressed. Most of the time, the reaction is, don't be one of those. What are you depressed for? You have everything. These people are ignorant. So be kind to them because they don't really know, and maybe they want to show that they are strong and you're not. Well, trust me, everyone has suffered depression at one point in their lives. Well, depression kicks in most of the time without even giving you a cue that something is coming. You're not weak if you're depressed. No need to be ashamed or guilty. The famous people in history, like, Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill, even the most beautiful Bollywood actress, Deepika Padukone, has suffered depression. People usually describe it as, oh, I'm down. Well, it's not just that. Your thoughts change, your behavior changes, your sleeping patterns change, your attention, appetite, interest, likes and dislikes. It affects everything that you can think of. If you feel today that you're not fully yourself, there is something inside that doesn't seem to be right, but you don't share it because you don't want others to know, because people might feel you're weak. Let me tell you, asking for help should never, ever be a shame. We are social beings, right? We always need each other, and we can only survive if we help each other. We need to remember that. And there is nothing wrong in asking for help, because trust me, there are many people out there who are waiting to help you. You just need to ask for it. So just ask. Don't wait, don't hesitate. I understand if you find it hard even then. Listen to this series. We will try to find ways to understand what depression is and resolve it. Read more books about it. And, try to consult a doctor, a therapist, if possible. In many places around the world, a therapist is not that easily available, and I understand that. But what you need to understand is, you are given one life, just one life. You cannot waste it. Not at all, not at any cost, because so many people out there, they're actually dying to get a life that you are living today. So if there is a health condition, there is a mental condition, we are going to solve it. Tell yourself, not for me, not for anybody else. This is for yourself. So tell yourself today, you know what? If I'm feeling that I'm depressed, I am going to fix it. I am going to take all the measures that are possible to fix it, because this life is a blessing and I'm going to enjoying it to the fullest, like the fullest. So, just do it. And just to make sure that you people are aware, I'm not a professional, and these are just my views from what I have read, experienced, and explored in life. Today's task is to figure out if you're depressed or not. Many times what happens is that there are many different changes in your body, and things are changing because of your diet, your environment, your new social life, your new profession, your new job. Things change, and suddenly you label it as, oh, I'm depressed. Many times it's like not even closer to that. So let's try to analyze if you're depressed. Ask yourself, are you driven or motivated to do things? If you're suffering from depression, you might feel loss of energy and interest. It is tough to get out of bed in the morning, and not because you are enjoying sleep, but because you do not want to step out in your routine and you don't want to do anything. You just want to stay in your bed. Small activities can feel like big pain to you, and it's okay. It's fine. You just need to acknowledge, is this happening with you? When you're sleeping and the morning is there, you're actually completely awake, but you don't want to get out of that bed. And it's okay. It happens, If you don't want to get out of that bed, it's okay. Just acknowledge it. Is it happening? Next, try to figure out, are you feeling emotionally drained? Like, is it different? Are you feeling a bit low, that I'm not in a good mood? I'm feeling down today. Usually I don't feel like this, but I'm feeling like that from a bit now, from a while now. Try to analyze, do you find yourself incapable to be happy? Many times this happens with people that they cannot be happy. No matter what they do, no matter where they go, they don't find anything amusing. See, if that is happening to you, make a note of it. Third is, try to analyze, are there any changes in your sleeping patterns now? Sleeping patterns are associated with many other things. You might not be eating right. You might be eating really close to when you go to bed. You might be having, so much stress and other things. But try to analyze. Just a simple one. Is your sleep disturbed? If you're unable to sleep, then unable to wake up, are there changes? Make a note of it. Next is, are you able to remember everything properly? Because mostly people, when they're in depression, they can't really remember things, and it's really hard for them. It's not on purpose or intentionally, they just do it. Ask yourself, can you focus or do you lose attention easily? Then check your behavior. Depression makes you withdraw from society. You don't want to talk or speak or interact or do anything positive, to be honest. Ask yourself, do you feel like escaping the situations because you feel drained out? I don't want to be here. For example, you're sitting with your family and you're feeling, I just want to go to my room. I just don't want to be here. If you are with your friends outside at university or with your colleagues in office, and you just want to run from there and just be in an alone place, that's it. And, it's not because you don't like to be there or anything. You're feeling uneasy. Check if that's the thing that you are noticing in your behavior. And is that a change, or you're usually like that? Then, it's not just that. You can feel changes in your body as well when you're depressed. When depressed, more cortisol is released in your body. It's generally a stress hormone, and there are changes in your brain chemicals like your neurotransmitters, and all these can cause health issues. You might lose your appetite, and you might start having breathing problems, and you feel suffocated, and many of you might eat more. So there can be changes in your body and the way you take your life. Notice and make a note. Are there any changes like that? Then your social relationships. Now check if you're becoming quiet, you don't like to have fun, or maybe you're getting very aggressive and you shout, you get angry easily, and you're always finding yourself in conflicts. Make a note if that is happening. Now, one thing to remember is, do not blame yourself for it. Not at all. We are we are just kind of people who are sum total of social aspects and personal aspects. If there is a problem, we will work out how to fix it, how to find ways to fix it. We will try to find every possible way to fix the problem. And that should be your attitude. Tell yourself today, if I am depressed, if I am feeling low, if there is any factor from all the things I have mentioned, if you feel any of it, any of it, you are going to take the responsibility, take the charge, and fix it. That's it. Now, one thing to understand is that all depressions are not the same. I remember talking to my GP and he told me it can be exogenic depression or endogenic depression, can be major or minor depression. Now, according to American Psychiatric Association, major depression should have at least 5 symptoms and the minor depression have at least 2 symptoms. Now, let me tell you what are these symptoms. You must have one of these, must have one of these two, that is low mood or loss of pleasure. Make a note of it, that any of these two, you must be having one if you're actually depressed. Then you must be having at least 4 of these that I'm going to discuss. 1, loss of appetite, or you might have lost at least 5% of your body weight. Next, that you're actually feeling disturbance in your sleeping patterns. Next, you're agitated and feeling of being like, you always slow down, you don't want to do it, and uneasiness, you're feeling it. Next, loss of energy. You're feeling tired, fatigued all the time. See if you're there. Next, feeling of worthlessness. Now, this is very important and very serious. Low self-esteem, guilt-struck. Most of the people these days, when they're actually struck by depression, they feel they're worthless, like they're good for nothing. And usually the statements that goes in their head, they're like, I can't do it. I have never done anything good in my life and I'm good for nothing. Why am I living? I have done everything wrong. I don't make my parents proud. I am not the best among my friends. So many things. Check if you're there. Then, no concentration. Depressed people usually cannot concentrate. They cannot concentrate on work, conversations, in what they're doing, maybe cooking, writing an assignment, doing some project. They cannot concentrate. See if you're there. And last, suicidal thoughts. Again, don't be ashamed of it if you're getting it, because it's a part of this problem. You might get suicidal thoughts because many things happen, the hormones changes, and it's okay. Don't be afraid. Try to make a note of these and figure out if you're having these symptoms. If yes, consult a therapist. If you can't talk to your therapist, try talking to your family members. One thing you need to remember is depression is very common. Almost everyone has suffered it at one point in life. You're not alone here. Let's get out of it. That should be our mindset. Do this little work today. I hope this video helps you. And if you feel it is good, please share it and subscribe it. And also, I'll be coming up next week with another video to take this forward, and we will try to understand it better. And I'll try my level best, to be honest, that we can actually find a solution in some way that we can help ourselves. And I will share one video every week and hope it can help all of us to find peace and happiness in life. Thank you very much. See you next week.